Hey there, gamers! My name is Everdork, and welcome back to Everdorktries.
And this is the Beard Wizard, here with Mage Knight.
Yep, today we'll be playing Mage Knight. The Beard Wizard knows this more than I do, so I'll let him take it away.
So, Mage Knight is a adventure strategy game. You play ultra-powerful superhumans called Mage Knights. You come through a portal into this world, and your entire goal is to wreck shit. This game, we're playing the intro game. There's a step-by-step walkthrough for the game that you're supposed to use your first time because it makes things easier. Mage Knight, to its credit, is a great game, but it is a little bit hard to wrap your head around, so it's highly recommended that that's what you do the first time. As you can see here, we have the board set up. We'll go over the components here real quick. First, we have this. This is the big scoring track. It keeps track of your fame and your reputation. Fame is like your experience points and your total score at the end of the game. Up along the top, we have the different decks of monster tokens. You have the day-night board here, mana dice, mana crystals, tactics cards, and then you have advanced skills, spells, wounds, and relics. You'll be hearing a little bit more about those as we go on, so let's just jump right to it.
Okay. This game is a bit longer than our last run with Cry Havoc was.
Yes.
And I don't have enough charge in my camera, so we're just going to be doing a round-by-round recap. But I guess since we've got it recorded, how about you go and get us exploring?
All right. So, you will not. So
Okay.
I'll be going first. So the very first thing you do at the top of any round is you choose a tactic card. And the tactic cards have numbers. They determine which order you go in the round. I am going to take Early Bird. Well, no, I'll take Great Start. So that's 5.
Okay. And then and these numbers represent turn order, or?
Yes.
Okay.
So low goes first.
So, early bird obviously goes faster, I guess. One time this day during your turn, you can announce you will take another turn immediately after this. I mean, kind of fun.
Yeah, it can be pretty handy.
But, yeah, you picked a 5.
I did.
Well, I want you to do this first, so I guess I'm gonna take 6.
All right. So after you pick your tactics cards, you take the mana dice and you roll them. And this represents the magical energy available during your turn.
Ooh. So 2 reds, a
Green and a blue.
Okay.
So then you deal yourself a number of cards equal to your hand size, which is shown on your character sheet. That's 5 for me. And we get started. So on the cards, you have a bunch of different numbers. Move, attack, block, ranged attack, and depending on what you're trying to do, you can use those cards for different things. You can also play any card sideways for anything, attack, block, move. So right now, I'm in the middle of nowhere, there's really nothing for me to do, so I'm going to try to move. Now, I'm going to play Stamina, and once per round, might be turn, I'll have to double check, you can take a die from the source and play it on your card to get the colored effect,
right.
The more powerful one. So I have move 4 right now.
Instead of move 2, which is the normal effect. Okay.
Correct. So I move, it costs 2 to move into a grass and 2 to explore.
Oh, okay, right.
So then when you explore, you make sure that the numbers are oriented down and the circles and the stars and everything should line up. And then I see there are marauding orcs in the forest. Shuffle up the deck a little bit. And it's daytime, so they're put down face up.
Okay.
And so, that's 4. During the intro game, whenever you explore a new tile, you gain a point of fame.
Nice.
Alright. So then, I can continue to play cards to move, if I want to. Alright, but I don't really think I want to. So I'm just going to re-roll this and put it back in the source.
So you
discarded.
So you re-roll your source mana after you've ended your turn?
Yep,
Okay.
and you can use 1 per turn, not per round, it looks like. Alright,
Okay.
and that's me.
Cool.
So now, at the start of your turn, you pop out on the portal,
And
deal yourself 5 cards. And I get 2 cards for taking that tactic.
Okay, so... And what was it to explore again?
2 movement to explore once you're on the edge.
Oh, good. And so you managed to do that with just the 1 card, thanks to the movement 4.
Correct.
Okay. So, thankfully, I've got a green move, which I will use this die to burn for the move 4. And we'll go 1, 2 movement points because of grass, and then the other 2 to... You said numbers down.
Yep.
And then circles and stars.
Just so.
Oh.
Then there's another orc there. And so we've also got 2 villages and 2 magic glades and a crystal mine here.
Oh.
So the crystal mines, if you end your turn on a crystal mine, you get a color of the crystal they mine there. So green.
So green.
And those can be used just like mana dice at any point.
Oh, fair enough.
The magical glades, if you end your turn on a magical glade, you can throw away 1 wound card from your hand or discard pile. And if you start your turn on a magical glade during the day, you gain a gold mana token.
Oh.
You start at night, you gain a black mana token.
Kind of fun. Let's see. Man. Okay. And, I mean, I can keep playing, and you said you could play a card on its side.
For 1 point of anything.
Okay, so that's not going to pan out too much, because this takes 3 movement.
Yes, that is a hill.
Right. Well, that might be worth something, I guess. Because it's ending your turn on that, right?
Correct.
Okay. Well, then I'll play move 2 and toss this guy. Yeah. What does influence get me?
Influence allows you to recruit followers in villages, keeps, and the like.
Okay.
Also, basically, it buys things at towns and villages.
I'll play this guy on its side for a total of 3 movement.
Okay.
And hop in here.
Alright. So then you gain a green mana crystal.
Yeah, I'm just going to end my turn here.
So there are 2 kinds of, 2 things that these little mana tokens can represent. Crystals and tokens.
Ta-da.
Crystals stay in your inventory. Tokens disappear at the end of the round, I do believe. I'll actually double check that. It might be at the end of the turn.
Fair enough. And one time this, and so then I draw up to 5, and then it's your turn again?
Correct.
And we just keep going until...
Until someone runs out of cards in their deck,
Gotcha.
and then we move to the night round.
Right. Well, I hope this is giving you some sort of insight as to what the round is going to look like. We're going to be back here at the bottom of turn 1 or the top of turn 2, you think?
We'll probably come back at the bottom of turn 1 at the end of the day.
Okay.
Talk about what happened, and then at the end of each day and night.
Awesome.
Alright, so here we are at the end of turn 1 during the daytime, so it's now night. A few new rules come into play at night, most noticeably. Deserts are easier to cross at night, and forests are harder to cross.
Oh, that's fair.
Other than that, not much is different. When you reveal units that are inside buildings, you can't see them at all at night. So it's a good thing we flip those guys over during the day.
Yeah, for sure.
That's about it. I mean, as you can see, Everdork and I have gone off our different ways here. I am currently surrounded by some nasty flame wizards and some angry orcs.
See, I've got some crazy-looking elf folk in that keep or something.
Yeah.
They're like, if I want that, I'm just gonna take damage.
That's you'll have to. 8 is hard to block.
I was saying, and so for the siege, what was it? If I do that amount,
so they're in a keep, so they're fortified.
Oh, they're just always fortified.
Yeah,
okay.
So they're immune to ranged attacks. Siege damage still works against them, though.
Okay. And if you manage to do that before, then you just beat them outright?
Yep.
Okay.
Don't even have to bother blocking.
Cool. Well, I don't have any of that, so that's gonna suck. But and now there's no followers to recruit at the keep, so I don't even know I want it now.
Yeah, the only reason to take it now would be for the extra cards.
Do you get extra cards?
Yeah, if you end your turn adjacent to or in a keep you own, your hand size increases by 1 for each keep that you own on the board.
Oh, kind of fun. Well, I don't know. I mean, that might be worth it. But
Yeah.
so
But I think that's
with that's
about it for the round.
we will recap at the end of the night phase.
All right. All right. So the end of the night round saw quite a bit of fun going on. I got my shit kicked in repeatedly by some fire mages while trying to burn a monastery to the ground and take over a wizard's tower, but I successfully burned the monastery to the ground, so that's something.
Yeah, so you got through a wizard's tower, the monastery, and a dungeon, and then doubled back onto the monastery. Meanwhile, I'm kind of forging ahead into, I mean, you can obviously like see my fork of exploration is a bit bigger, but I just barely explored into this tile, where in front of me is an enormous holy shit dragon.
He's kind of an asshole.
Like, let's see, so he needs 9 damage to take him out. He's swift, so he will do an effective 10 damage to me, and if he hits, he is also poisoned, so not only will I take 2 damage into my hand, I will take 2 damage into my deck.
Yes.
And if I kill him, I will get 7, but that's not quite enough to jump me up to where Beard Wizard's hanging out. Ugh. So, I have to, like, if I draw particularly well, then I can do something. Oh yeah, and there are a couple ruins hanging around.
Yeah. So what we got here, these ruins, so that one's not too bad. If you kill 2 orcs in the same combat, which is still tricky, you get 1 of each of these crystals. Now the problem with that is getting past this guy, because if you move from a space adjacent to an enemy on the board to another space adjacent, they go berserk and attack you.
Ugh.
Making this area right here a just god-awful clusterfuck.
Yeah. Sweet. I love it. I love it. God damn it. Okay.
Yeah, this is less than ideal.
Yeah. And this scenario will end at the bottom of today.
Yes,
so we are almost finished with this game, and we still have no city. Although Beard Wizard is in a spot to do some pretty quick exploring if he wants.
Yeah, we will not lose for lack of finding the city, thankfully. And
we will do that and tally victory points at the end of the day and see what's what.
Indeed.
Ugh, okay. Well, at the end of the day, Carter moved a hell of a lot. Because you were here.
And I made my way up into here to kill these guys, and then down and around, and back up into
all the
here.
way up. Yep. I managed to beat the dragon at grave cost.
Unfortunately, that is sometimes the way it goes.
Well, and yeah, as I say,
Tougher enemies.
I don't think I would have won by any stretch, but I guess it would have been a smaller stretch.
And what gets tough, none of us really had a big army of units.
Right.
So you see you have the units here, and they're pretty nasty.
Yeah, I was looking forward to getting more, but
Yeah, it never really happened.
Once I hit this fort,
and it's
there's
kind of
nothing else
blank area
that way.
Well, and you had the monastery up there, but there was no way to get to it through all the monsters, and yeah, it just turned into a bad area.
We're just gonna unmount this guy. So, at the end of it all, Beard Wizard, you got the knowledge.
I won the greatest knowledge.
Let's see, we'll just grab this.
So when you score, your fame points are like your experience, and that forms the basis of your score. Then you move down through here. So whoever has the most points, so 2 points per spell, 1 point per advanced card, gets that, and then whoever has the most points gets 3 extra.
Yeah.
So I won knowledge. Everdork won the greatest loot and the greatest leader. I won the greatest conqueror and the greatest adventure.
And I received the greatest beating. But in the end, it was 39 to 62. Let's say, which is pretty big kind of blowout. I'm trying to think of what I could have done better. I guess, I probably should have spent more time rummaging rather than, like, blitzing across tiles to explore.
And you had a rough time of it. I picked up a lot of steam when I got that fireball spell and just started nuking big monsters.
So yeah.
But yeah, Mage Knight's a pretty
What's
fun
happening
game.
out there? Alright.
Oh, beats me.
Oh, okay. So yeah, that's Mage Knight. Once again, an awesome game,
Yes.
as usual. And we will catch you guys later
Absolutely.
for more board games and trying them out. And keep an eye out on more Let's Plays if I ever get to them. But keep gaming, guys.
Always.